Hey guys, this is AZ, and this is a two-part series, so I highly recommend you watch the first episode so you can understand my pain. And so without a further ado, let's get into it. And right as she said yes, it was her stop, and she got off. Now I don't know why I asked her to go to homecoming with me. My dad's number 2 rule was that I couldn't go to homecoming that year. So I'm panicking, trying to think of every scenario in my head, trying to get to homecoming. And I think, oh, let me sneak out the door. Oh, wait, no, there's an alarm. Oh, let me sneak out the window. Oh, no, there's a fucking alarm. Now, this alarm is going to be the death of me. I joined an Xbox party with my best friend, Jordan, and I tell him my scenario. He told me, that's when my heart sank to my stomach. I was panicking because I didn't want to look bad in front of my first date ever. Soon to find out, I would make myself look bad at homecoming. Anyways, I had learned that it was my mom's weekend. My mom lives about 30 minutes from the school. At this point in time, she doesn't have an alarm. Score. But now I had to figure out how to sneak out, get to my school, be fashionably dressed, and get back with anyone finding out. Then an idea popped in my head. Uber. See, Uber wasn't that big during that time. It was a little sketchy, but I had to try it out. At this point in time, I didn't have a job, so I had to call up the boys. Jordan was the first person that I called up. He had a Domino's job at the time, which saved my ass. So I asked him if I could have $20 for the Uber ride, like a crack addict. He did the coolest thing he had ever done in his entire life. He said,
"Yeah, bro, I got you. Don't even worry about paying me back, because I know what it's for."
I was filled with joy. I started crying. I started saying, "You're the best boy that a friend could ever have. And thank you. And I don't even know how I could ever return the favor." Back to the plan. We had a form of transportation. I had clothes. It was a white and blue patterned shirt with some jeans and a belt, and some dress shoes. A mix of casual with eloquency. Kind of fire. So now I got the fit, I got the transportation. Now all I need is to figure out how to sneak out. See, my mom goes to bed around 8. Homecoming was at 10. Now I have to figure out how to leave without making creaks on the doors. See, it's funny. Whenever you're not trying to sneak out, the door does not creak. But when you're trying to, it creaks like crazy. It's the loudest fucking thing you've ever heard in your life. Anyways, I have to be quiet and I put on stealth mode. And I go out the door. All you hear is a loud creak. I'm out. So now I ordered my Uber. His name was Muhammad. He confirmed it, and it took him about 15 minutes to get there. Keep in mind, this is Texas heat, so it's hot as balls. Once I got into the car, it was crazy because he was the nicest guy that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. He was so chill. He asked if I wanted water. He had Jolly Ranchers. I don't know why he had Jolly Ranchers. He just did. But he offered me it like 3 or 4 times throughout the trip. Anyways, it takes about 30 minutes to get to my school. I get there. I wait at the front since it's a little early. I'm saying hi to all my friends. And then I go see T. T's in a pink dress that's not too short and not too long. So nothing fancy. I was glad about that because I was so underdressed. The doors would open, and we go into homecoming dance. There was no decorations. It was just the cafeteria with push tables and dark. There was a DJ who only played stuff from Usher from the 2000s. In the events leading up to this, by the end of the day, I would embarrass myself to the point of no return. So the first embarrassing thing I did was try to dance. See, you may be thinking, well, dancing isn't that bad. But I danced like a blind person, bumping into everything. I can't dance for anything. The second thing I regret about that day was I tried hugging her and I kissed her on her cheek. But see, this isn't the bad part. I tried kissing her on her cheek, but at this point I accidentally kissed her eye. I know you're asking, how the fuck did you kiss her in the eye? She turned her head to me and she was shorter than me. So instead of kissing her cheek side of the face, I accidentally kissed eye. And then I just went to go get punched because I was so embarrassed. Which, never go get punched because it's either spiked or it's trash. I digress. I walked around and I said hi to my friends. Came back and guess who I find talking to another guy? talking to another guy isn't that bad. But then they started kissing. So I called an Uber after just witnessing my date kissing another dude, listening to Drake outside, waiting for my Uber to come, singing Marvin's Room inside the Uber, and just going home sad. That day ended with me laying in bed, watching anime, dressed in a button-up shirt.